Okay, so this isn't an important argument or anything like that. We're not going to solve the world, we're not going to change anything, we're not going to cure world hunger or anything, but this is a phrase that just needs to stop. We do not need to hear this phrase anymore. It's free on Game Pass. Excuse me? To say that something is free means that you have received something without giving anything in return. Now, Xbox Game Pass, in case you're living under a rock or you're just not a gamer, in that case, why are you on this video? But nonetheless, Xbox Game Pass is a subscription service. You have a whole bunch of library of games that you can access, and by accessing them, you pay a certain fee a month. Notice how I said pay a certain fee a month, again and again and again. Does that seem fucking free to you? And to the people that say it's free on Game Pass, meaning that you've already got Game Pass, what the fuck else are you buying Game Pass for? Like we'll look into this, okay? So we've got all the tiers of Game Pass. Xbox Game Pass Core, that's basically you getting the online multiplayer, which fucking scam, by the way. I can't believe I paid for paying to play online for so many years. I've stopped doing that shit now. And it also comes with a catalogue of over 30 games available. So it's not really the true Game Pass. You're essentially just buying this to have the online, and you just get an added 30 games on top of that. But you don't earn the license keys to those 30 games. You're essentially just getting access to those 30 games for however long you pay for that service. But I'm bringing this part up because that could be a reason to get Game Pass for the online multiplayer. So that's where we scroll down to Xbox Game Pass Console, okay? Which is access to the Game Pass library, but you don't get the online multiplayer. This is strictly for the library. So if you're paying for the Xbox Game Pass Console tier, how is a game being added to Game Pass free on Game Pass? If you're paying $10.99 a month, like, if you're not paying for the games, what the fuck are you paying for Game Pass for? Like, huh? Same with Game Pass for PC, you get access to the library. If it wasn't for the games, why the fuck? Why would you even have this service? And then Game Pass Ultimate, you get everything, okay? But that's to get everything. That's to get the online multiplayer and the whole library. If you didn't want one of those things, why would you get Game Pass Ultimate? Just get Game Pass Console or Game Pass Core. You only get that to get both. Like, I've even had a bunch of Twitter arguments which then devolved into the value of Game Pass, which I'm not saying Game Pass is a bad value, not whatsoever. I use it from time to time. I'm going to use it when Black Ops 6 comes out. But to say that Game Pass is a free service is a fucking lie. Now, there's only one example. I'll take the L on this one example, which is actually a fair case. And that's the Microsoft Rewards program. You can earn points, like I've got 4,438 points, and you can get Xbox Game Pass subscriptions with it for like a month, 3 months, however long. So that is a way you can actually get Game Pass for free, because even though you're still spending, you're still spending Microsoft points, I don't really think Microsoft are using that as an actual currency. They're not really gaining anything from you. It's really just a reward for using their services. So that is the only argument I'll take the L on. If you say Game Pass is free, if you are getting it through Microsoft Rewards, then more power to you. But at that same time, unless you have like 700 fucking trillion billion of those fucking points, which I doubt anyone does, Microsoft Rewards isn't really a viable way to constantly get Game Pass month after month after month after month. And a lot of people bring up the argument of, oh, I'm already paying for this subscription service with all these games, so I'll paying for it anyway. But they're now adding this game to that library, so hey, this game is now free. No, the fuck it's not. Like I said, you're paying for Game Pass to access that library. You don't earn the library once you pay a one-time fee. Like, do you have any idea how subscription services work? They add stuff all the time to keep you subscribed to that said service. So let's say Game Pass didn't add anything in the future at all. Nothing was coming to it. You just have the set library and that is it. And you can't keep paying for that month after month after month after month. After you've played everything, or you've played everything you want to play, are you going to keep that shit? No, the fuck you are not. And even if you are, if there's a game you want to replay, you might as well just buy the game instead of constantly subscribing to Game Pass over and over and over again, because that'll be cheap in the long run, because when you're paying month after month after month after month, Game Pass significantly becomes more expensive. And let me point out, you don't earn any of these games. Pretty much every subscription service, when it comes to media, is basically a rental service. You're renting God knows how many games, how many movies, how many TV shows per month. Like how much you paid for. And on top of things getting added to said subscription service, things get taken away from these subscription services all the fucking time. Games get removed from Game Pass, movies get removed from Netflix, fucking dildos get removed from your sister's OnlyFans, like, shit gets removed all the fucking time. So you probably had access to a game 1 month, but you're paying the same amount of money and you no longer have access to said game the next month. And on top of that, the rumours are that price is going to increase for Game Pass, so what if the prices for Game Pass do increase? So if Game Pass was already free and the price increased, then what? This game's now just $2.99 or something? Like, I don't get this argument. Whether you are already sold on getting Game Pass or not, say you're already paying. Like, I've already made this explanation. I'm going round in circles. I can definitely see the value in Xbox Game Pass, but it is not a free service. Alright, you don't get a games free with Game Pass at all, unless you are receiving it for free, which I doubt you really are. You are paying for a limited access to a library of games. That is exactly what Xbox Game Pass is. And I don't know if I've missed out some key points that I'd like to make, but I'm pretty sure I made my whole point crystal clear. And just to end it off, the definition of the adverb version of the word free, the first definition is without cost or payment. Xbox Game Pass cannot be accessed without cost or payment. I rest my case. Please stop saying this, you fucking idiots.
Game Pass, Game Pass, got it on my PC and my Xbox. Game Pass, Game Pass, keep adding games to my backlog. They say it got no games, man, don't know what they saying. I just think they hating, stuck on that PlayStation. Game Pass, Game Pass, got it on my PC and my Xbox. It has 3